Hello everyone, this is MrCreeps and today welcome back to another video. So this will be like another kind of technical video, I guess, the last one being the Blood Rain event. And this one will be about the custom crafting system that I made. So let's get right into this. So this right here is a folder for all of the recipes. As you can see here, we have like the tools and stuff. And then I have a specific folder for all the recipes. And as you can see here, there is quite a few of them, but not all of them are recipes. So it's kind of organized in a way. So these right here are recipes, and then right there is an initiation procedure. I'll get into that in a second. Recipes, initiation, recipes, initiation, recipes, initiation, and then I have another initiation which does all those procedures. GUI, a procedure that removes the item from the slot if the condition is met. Then I have the initiation for the armor recipes, and then I have another armor, another initiation, another recipe, and then another initiation. So first I'll go into a very simple recipe like the Hollowbone Shovel. And as you can see here, very small. It is one if statement or two if statements, but first there's an if statement, and then that tests for the number of items in the slot 1 is greater than 16. So let me quickly just open up the GUI itself. So slot 1 would be this slot right here. Sorry if it's a little bit small. There we go. So slot 1 right here would be where you actually put the material item. So if that is greater than 16, and if the item from slot 0 is a wooden shovel, so that slot right there, it will set the item in slot 3, which is the output slot, and then that right there, and then those two little icons are just images here. And see there's the arrow.png, stick GUI.png, and material GUI.png. So those are just, I guess, like decorations there for aesthetic. And so yeah, it's a very simple procedure, but this alone will not work by itself. So that is why there is the initiation procedure. And then that has another condition here, another if statement. And then that will make sure that the item in slot 1 is the correct material, and then it'll initiate all the recipes. So that is how we can differentiate. That is how I can differentiate between the different tool materials or just different recipes as a whole. But that itself will not work. So that is why we have the initiate all recipes procedure right here. And this right here is a little bit more complex, and it is heavily dependent on the order of the way that things go in. So let me break it up into simpler parts. So this first if statement is for tools. And so first it will check to see the item in slot 2, which would be this one right here, if that is a hollowbone stick, and if the number of items from slot 2, which is the 6th slot, is greater than 4, or equal to greater than 4. And then it'll do another if statement, and it'll get the number of items from slot 3, which will be the output slot again. And if that is 0, so it'll be empty, it'll initiate the initiation procedures for the recipes. And this is where the order starts to matter. So now what it'll do is this right here is the clearing procedure, or clearing, not procedure, but part of the procedure. So there's an if statement, and then if not, so if the number of items from slot 0 is not greater than 0, and if the number of items from slot 1 is not, so it'll actually be less than or equal, it'll be less than 16? I'm not sure, that's why I put a not there. So it would be if it is not greater than or equal to 16, and if it is, and slot 2 is not greater or equal to than 16, it will clear slot 3. So that will be activated if the, so I'm trying to so that will activate if you take an item out of the slot. It will get rid of the output item, because the way that it works is it works kind of like a crafting table, where it will not remove the resources until you actually take the item out of the slot. Just, to make it look nice, I guess. I don't know. I personally like the way that it looks because it functions more like regular Minecraft. But the thing is, if you take one of those items out without that part of the procedure, without that part, you'll still be able to grab the item out of the slot, and then you can just take all the items out, and then you won't actually have to use any materials for the recipe. And that's not really good. So that is why there's that procedure. And then we can essentially, so these right here are, these two parts of the procedure are like the base parts, and these are repeated. So those right there are for tools. This one right here is similar to that. It will do more checking and stuff, and then this will initiate the cobalt armor recipes. And then this right here will clear it. This will initiate the slither scale armor, and I just realized those use the same condition. So what I can probably, I'm not going to mess with my code. I spent quite a while. Oh wait, okay, yeah, no, that is why. It's because this right here requires 16 and that requires 8. So you have to go in order of the way that things work, like with the values right here. So this right here will always be at the very end because it is at the very last slot. Now, what I could technically do is just group all of these together and then throw in another if statement to see what the material or what item is inside that slot. But I'm too lazy, and this system already works. But, that's another reason why I won't export these procedures, is because they can definitely be improved whenever, and also the code is public. So then I have the final one, which is the purification recipe, and that will use that item right there, and that will be this these two right here. It will just it's essentially the same thing, except that the second if statement is just repeated for multiple different items. So that right there is all the procedures. Now let's go back to the GUI, and we can see, or you can see how I set everything up. So in slot 0 right here, it has the initiate all recipes when the contents change, and whoops, and it's the same for slot 1 and slot 2. It's the exact same, and then in slot 3 is there's actually nothing, there's the when item taken from slot, that's removed from slot. So that right there is the final procedure. Where is it? Let me find it. Remove from slot, there we go. And then this will check to see what item is in that slot, and then, or this right here, that right there is for tools? Wait. Okay, no, so this right here, the if statement is for tools, and then there's an else for everything that is not a tool. So for cobalt, it will do that. For slither scale, it will do that. And then for the purification orb, it will do that. So that is all it really is. It looks more complicated than it really actually is. Most of it is just copy and pasted over and over again. It's just repeated, and it can definitely be cleaned up, but I don't really have a need to right now. I mean, it performs pretty well. There's not, like, if I were to clean up the code and optimize it more, it might perform a little bit better, but as you'll see, whenever I launch the game, the actual crafting itself performs pretty well. The thing though in the previous video was that my game was lagging, and I got a comment asking me why, because I have a 2070, I just have a 2070 graphics card and a 9th gen i9. The thing is, I'm using a laptop, and it doesn't have the best ventilation, and also I'm actually using 2 monitors. I'm using my laptop monitor and a 4K TV display. So that could be the reason why. But it's weird though, because whenever I actually play Minecraft regularly, I can get pretty decent performance. Sometimes it dips down, which is kind of weird. Like I average about 300 FPS with some fabric mods. And I don't really play many vanilla. I don't play vanilla Minecraft a lot. But yeah, I don't know why I was at 10 FPS. Whenever I closed out OBS, like after I finished recording, I was at like a stable 70 to 90 FPS. So I'm not sure if it's just OBS Streamlabs being weird. But yeah, that is why, or that's why I think my FPS was so low. It could also be a RAM issue because, as I said, I have a laptop and it is a pre-built, so it has, like bloatware, like the... Hold on, sorry, I'm distracted by my window. I just saw trees moving outside. But it has, like, the pre-installed programs and has McAfee on it. Wonderful antivirus, do not recommend. But, yeah, that is, the entire, procedure for it. There is, of course, like, the regular crafting recipe, but that's not really anything special. I guess there's just that. Oh, and then there's the, I guess, like, the, thing itself right here. Everything is in, block entity. So if you want to make a GUI for yourself, this is how you would do it. You would just bind the block to the GUI and then open bound GUI and right click. I mean, I don't think you'll be watching this video if you don't know how to make a GUI. Or, I mean, if you're just new to MCreator and you somehow stumbled upon this video and stuck in with the video and somehow did not get bored by it, then that is how you make a GUI. All you have to do is just make the GUI element. I don't think it wants to respond to me. There we go. But yeah, there's the GUI mod element. You can just create it, and then you can bind the GUI in block entity for your block, and you don't really have to have anything else special with it. And then you can bind procedures to elements inside of the GUI. So there you go. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting horrible FPS. I am pretty sure it's because of Streamlabs, and also maybe because of the resolution I'm running the game at. Well, anyways, sorry about that. I'll try to find a fix, soon, at least. It just doesn't want to respond. That's hilarious. Okay, that's wonderful. But as you can see here, or what we're gonna do is we're gonna very slowly craft the hollow bone shovel. We're gonna go to miscellaneous. We're gonna, grab some items. We're gonna get some hollow bone sticks at 3 FPS. And then we're gonna go to building blocks and get the planks here. Exciting gameplay. And then we can place the shovel there. We can place the hollow bone sticks there. And we can place the planks there. And as you can see there, it loads. And if we take an item out, it doesn't. And that is good. And then we can do that. And it'll remove. It removed 4. And then also we can create some other... I may or may not have uncovered a bug in my mod. Uh-oh. I don't remember that happening. I thought I actually fixed that. But did I not fix it? Wait. Why is that there? Does that work? No, that doesn't work. Okay, well I just found a new bug in my mod. That's gonna be fun. Oh, I can do that. That's gonna be fun to fix. I was gonna do like an Optifine zoom, but I don't have Optifine right now. Well, that's gonna be fun to fix. Anyways, that'll be the end of this video. I gotta go fix that. Bye! So it's me, MrCreeps, in the future. My temporary workaround will just be creating regular recipes, because I'm just too lazy to fix it currently. But if anyone is knowledgeable on the subject, it will be greatly appreciated if you were to possibly leave a comment in the comment section, or I don't know where else you would leave a comment. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.